Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to another video looking at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So it has now been a week since its release, and it's fair to say in the last week Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 has not really lived up to the hype. In fact, it's got quite a lot of criticism from the Flight Simulator world, and to be fair, a lot of that has been warranted. A terrible launch, lots of issues with streaming, the servers overloaded, so yeah, not a great start for what we all hoped was going to be a really promising new addition to the Flight Simulator community. That said though, things are starting to look up, with the release of the Phoenix aircraft, for example, coming into Flight Sim 2024, although it's only in an experimental state. For now, we'll still take it. And of course, the servers have started to calm down, so people are generally beginning to have a much better experience with the simulator than they were on launch. I've received so many messages and seen so many comments saying people are sticking with Flight Sim 2020 for the time being, maybe for a few months, just until things settle down. And to be honest, I cannot blame them. But in this video today, I wanted to bring to your attention what I think is the best thing about Flight Simulator 2024. It's something that no other flight simulator has ever done before, and the fact that Microsoft and Adobe have done this just shows their commitment to the sim for the foreseeable future, because, well, it must have cost quite a bit. So I'm here on the ground at Copenhagen. I've set up a flight from Copenhagen to London Gatwick, all via SimBrief, which many of you I know will already use. And of course, once you've got that all set up in the options page of the tablet here, we can just press SimBrief and everything will be brought in. But what I really want to look at today and show you what I personally think is the best thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 so far, that is the onboard tablet. Not the one for the aircraft, but the one here in the simulator, because this is used for any aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're going to go through this and show you the best feature. So if we have a look at all of this, I'm not going to spend too much time going through it because a lot of it is self-explanatory. There's basically the aircraft, we've got checklists if you wish to use them, a pilot book showing me what I've done. Settings, obviously, again, self-explanatory, but let's now go to the flight planner. So this flight planner here as well, I'm not currently connected to the VATSIM server whilst filming this video, but as we discovered the other day, this tablet actually will show live traffic on the VATSIM network, which, let's face it, if you're flying in an area where there isn't any air traffic control, it is a godsend, because you can see other aircraft traffic around you, where they're going, what they're doing, and yeah, it's just really, really nice. Again, we've got the problem with streaming though. You can see it is taking a bit of time for all of that to populate, but nevertheless, it is nice to know that VATSIM traffic is shown in here, as well as the AI live traffic if you're not flying on VATSIM and just using traffic imported from Microsoft Flight Simulator on their servers. Okay, so from here then, let's have a look at the flight planner. Now, I don't use the flight planner just because this is if you're flying with air traffic control. Normally I'm flying on VATSIM, and of course, as we've seen, I use SimBrief for it. However, I am going to pop in the destination airport and our arrival airport. As well as that, I'm also going to pop in the arrival runway details and the SID stars, etc. And this is why. So I've entered the departure airport, the arrival airport. We're going to go through now, add in the departures. According to my SimBrief flight plan, today we're on the Lango 2 Charlie departure, which scroll down and find that here. And then once you've done that, press change procedure. That will then enter it off runway 22 right for the departure. Not bothered about any en route because that's not the important bit. What is important is if we get the SID in as well, sorry, the star as well. We're on ILS 26 left for our arrival, and that will be coming in via Mayfield. Change that procedure. Don't forget to add the arrival as well. Today that is going to be the Tebra to Golf. So as you can see, all of these are updated as well. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 comes with valid, up-to-date AirAct cycles, which I'll chat a little bit more about in a moment. Let's just change that procedure there. So that's it. We've now got all of this entered in, which is great. So with the default planes, you should be able to send the route to the avionics. We've not actually put a route in there, so that doesn't matter. But also, if you then pop everything into the box down here, you should also be able to request the route from the avionics. So if you filled in the McDo, the flight management guidance computer, etc., then you should simply be able to press this button. I've never been able to get this to work. Let me know in the comments down below if you have. So on to the best thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for me. If then we look down here and see all the airport information, which is obviously here, it'll give you information regarding Kastrup, where we're currently departing. Obviously you've got the weather, runways, frequencies as well, if you need those, but this is absolutely amazing. We have got all of the LIDO charts, real world LIDO charts, available to us in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for free. Now, of course, most of you, particularly if you fly with an online network like VATSIM, will use Navigraph, and that means a Navigraph subscription, giving you access to the AirAC cycle and also access to the charts. Well, here they all are, and yes, of course, they all work. If we have a look at the ground chart, for example, I'll just bring that up. Takes a little bit of a moment to load. This is actually the ground chart for the Antonov 124 and 74800, but doesn't matter. Look, there it all is, exactly as you would find if you were using LIDO charts in the real world. They're a little bit different to Jefferson charts, but I do have a video on the channel comparing the two, so check that out if you wish. But just going back then, we can see we've also got all things like our the normal ground charts, we've got the taxi charts, everything you need to be able to fly with the online network. And as you can see, this is where we're currently parked, and for those of you familiar with Copenhagen Airport, it looks just as you'd want it to. But obviously we don't just have the ground charts, we also have our departure charts as well. And actually I really like this tablet, this EFB, the way that they've done it is really nice. It's intuitive. You can obviously choose them to view all the charts, or just choose the charts that we want. And LIDO charts tend not to have a specific chart for every single departure. LIDO charts instead, if I bring up the departure charts here, you'll see that they tend to keep things nice and simple, and they have all of the departures just shown on one chart. So instead of there being 4 separate charts, there's just one chart, and you find the departure that we're on. For instance, today we're on the Lango 2 Charlie, and that's all the information for that. And obviously there's also a picture of our plane as well. Some of the charts will show your aircraft location, which is really nice, particularly when you're taxiing. If you want then to go and have a look at the charts for our arrival, we'll just go back and head to your flight planner page, which is the top one. Once you've done that, press the information button next to Gatwick, and then this purple box down here changes to the arrival, Gatwick, as you can see. Go to the charts page, and look, here we go. We've got all of the arrivals for Gatwick. The approach plates as well. We're coming in on 26 left, so we bring that up, have a quick look. There it is. And again, I do need to keep saying this, I think, because we have never had this in any flight simulator before. This is free. I've not got any subscription to Lido or anything like that. You don't need one. This is because Microsoft and Azobo have done a deal with Lufthansa, who supplied the Lido charts to them, and so we have got these in our sim for every airport in the world that has them. And yeah, it's amazing. So what does this mean in terms of Navigraph? Well, this is where we are going to have to wait and see. So, most of us, when flying airliners and flying on the VATSIM network, for example, will get a flight plan from SimBrief. Now, a few months ago, Navigraph bought SimBrief, and SimBrief was always free, and it still is. But if you want to use the latest AirAC cycles, then you do need a Navigraph subscription in order to unlock the latest cycles, which are renewed every 30 days for use within SimBrief. Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator also has the latest AirAC cycles installed into your simulator. which means if you don't have a Navigraph subscription to unlock the latest AirAct cycles when planning your SimBrief flight plan, then the flight plan you get from SimBrief will be using old AirAct cycles and navigation databases, which then Microsoft Flight Simulator might not work with, because Microsoft Flight Simulator will always have the latest AirAct cycles installed, included for free. This also means that the free LiDAR charts in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which are kept up to date, if using the old AirAct cycle from default SimBrief, then those particular approach plates may not be available anymore. So I guess the question that you may be asking is, do we need to use SimBrief? Is there an alternative flight planner that we can use so you no longer need that Navigraph subscription to keep the AirAct cycles up to date? Now, as you can see, there is the option to use Microsoft Flight Simulator itself to find your route and plan one for you. Obviously, after you've popped in the departure and the destination airport, we can hit the Find Route button and it will do that for you. But what it won't give you is the operational flight plan. Now, this operational flight plan, in the EasyJet format, of course, is as close to a real-world operational flight plan as you're ever going to find. If I compare a real EasyJet operational flight plan with this one produced by SimBrief, they are pretty much identical, and depending on how accurate the fuel burn has been, the fuel load is also pretty darn close. So it's as close to real life as you can get, which is why SimBrief is so amazing. And yes, it is free to use, but not if you want that up-to-date AirAct cycle. For that, you will still need a Navigraph subscription. So now, guys, I suppose it is up to you whether you decide to continue with your Navigraph subscription so you get the up-to-date AirAct cycle, knowing that we've got free LiDAR charts and current active AirAct cycles by default in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this and what your choice would be. But ultimately, I just wanted to bring to your attention, if you didn't know already, the fact that we have got this amazing feature in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 by default, all included for free. Thank you for watching. Hope you found the video useful. Of course, if you have, please don't forget to leave a like, and of course, if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell for more videos in Microsoft Flight Simulator and of course our live streamed flights. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.